So I welcome you to in this another video, and I am discussing the discrete mathematics paper. Uh, the question asked in your 2011 paper in June 2011, right? So in the last video I have discussed the question number 1, which is 5 sections, right? So I hope that was very helpful for you, and you also watch this video and understand the concept. So so let's start with this question number 2, a part, which says that express the Boolean expression in 3 variables x plus y plus z and xy plus x complement z, the whole complement in D and F. So first of all, we have to know, or we must know, that what is the D and F, right? So D and F is nothing but your disjunctive normal form. So let me write this. What is D and F, right? D and F, right? D and F is disjunctive normal form. Disjunctive normal. So डिस्जक्टिव नॉर्मल फॉर्म है क्या, है ना? तो मैंने आपको लास्ट वीडियो में बताया था, जो डिस्जक्टिव होता है ये आपका और गेट होता है. कौन सा गेट होता है? और गेट, राइट. और इसको हम रिप्रेजेंट कैसे करते हैं? और इस सिंबल से, है ना? ये आपका डिस्जक्टिव और सिंबल, राइट. एंड कंजक्टिव आपका एंड गेट होता है. सो डिस्जक्टिव नॉर्मल फॉर्म इज nothing but the form in this using this symbol, means in the sum of product, right? In the sum of product. So sum of product, sum of product. सो व्हाट इज सम ऑफ प्रोडक्ट फॉर्म? सबसे पहले ये देखते हैं. तो सम ऑफ प्रोडक्ट फॉर्म को ही हम डिस्ट्रक्टिव नॉर्मल फॉर्म कहते हैं, ठीक है. मैंने कंप्यूटर सिस्टम आर्किटेक्चर के कुछ वीडियो लेक्चर्स में आपको बताया हुआ है सम ऑफ प्रोडक्ट और प्रोडक्ट ऑफ सब फॉर्म, राइट. फिर भी आपको नहीं पता है तो इस तरह की फॉर्म, जैसे कि ये एक्स वाई प्लस एक्स जेड कॉम्प्लीमेंट, लाइक दिस, राइट. So this form is known as sum of product form, because these are the product, है ना. x y is a product, x product z complement, x y z, ये सब क्या है? ये product है, and the sum of these, है ना. Sum of these product means plus plus plus. So this is the form. This form is known as disjunctive normal form or sum of product. Okay. Oh, now we discuss our question. What is the question? Question is the question is given like the function is f is equal to x plus y plus z, right? And dot x y plus x complement z to the whole complement, right? So this is they have given you, and they have asked to convert this expression into disjunctive normal form. So this form is, right now this form is conjunctive normal form, which is the opposite of the disjunctive normal form. Conjunctive normal form is प्रोडक्ट ऑफ सम. इसको भी हम रिवर्स करते हैं. प्रोडक्ट ऑफ सम मीन्स here we have these sums and this is product. So that's why this form, the one form is the product of sum. So what we have to do, we have to apply some Boolean algebra rules. Okay, so if you don't know about the Boolean algebra rules, please watch my computer system architecture video in which I have explained all the rules of Boolean algebra, right? Okay, so for that what we have to do, we have to take the complement of this given function. So complement is this, right? So complemented, so x plus y plus z, right, to xy plus x complement z complement and then whole complement, then the whole complement, right? Uh, when we take the complement of this expression, so this is your nothing but your De Morgan's law, which says that if the expression of when we take the expression of this whole the complement of this whole expression, so this complement will be to this individual, right, to this individual terms, and then the AND operation will change into the OR operation, and OR operation will be changed into the AND operation. So let's see. So here we have x plus y plus z, तो एक कॉम्प्लीमेंट क्या है, इंडिविजुअल टर्म्स पे आ जाएगा ये वाला कॉम्प्लीमेंट, राइट। और यहाँ पर क्या हो जाएगा, एक्स वाई प्लस एक्स कॉम्प्लीमेंट जेड, कॉम्प्लीमेंट एंड देन कॉम्प्लीमेंट। सो कॉम्प्लीमेंट देन कॉम्प्लीमेंट विल, ये क्या हो जाएगा यहाँ से, विल रिमूव दैट, राइट, विल रिमूव दैट कॉम्प्लीमेंट, बिकॉज वी नो दैट ए complement and complement of this A complement will be A. So this is the rule, right? This is the rule, right? So that's why this term will be like this and this will be, अब यहाँ क्या होगा, जब ये कॉम्प्लीमेंट है तो ये सारे इंडिविजुअल वेरिएबल्स पर एक कॉम्प्लीमेंट आ जाएगा, तो यहाँ पर ये जो टर्म था, यहाँ पे जो डॉट था, ये प्लस में चेंज हो जाएगा, राइट, है ना। क्योंकि जब आप ऐसा करेंगे तो क्या होगा, ये जो कॉम्प्लीमेंट है ये आपका इंडिविजुअल टर्म्स पे रहेगा, जो कि आ चुका है एक्स प्लस वाई प्लस जेड कॉम्प्लीमेंट, एक्स वाई प्लस एक्स नॉट जेड कॉम्प्लीमेंट, देन कॉम्प्लीमेंट ऑफ दिस, and the dot will change to the plus and plus will be changed to the dot. That means AND will be changed to the OR gate and OR gate will be changed to the AND gate. Okay, so now let's see. So this is another term, and the complement of this term will be x complement, and the plus will be changed to the dot, so this way y complement and z complement. Okay, plus sorry, so these plus are changed to the dot, right, and then this is it is already in this form, right, which is xy plus x complement z, because these two will, this complement will vanish, this complement, right. So this is your answer, right. So this is your answer. So this is your disjunctive normal form, DNF, right. As you can see, this is a sum of product, you know, these are the products, these individual terms are in the product form, and these are sum, these are added together, so it makes a sum of product form. In electronics it's called the sum of product, and in discrete mathematics it's called the disjunctive normal form. So please do remember this concept. Okay, now move to the next question. So next question is your induction, right? Proof by induction. So it's very easy. Use mathematical induction method. Prove that 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n is n plus 1 by 2. So we have to prove that. So to prove this, what we have to do? We have to Let's write it here. Question 2b, right? Which says prove that 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n is your n plus 1 by 2. So for that, to prove that, what we have to do, let write it like that. Let Pn is your this whole expression, right? P1 plus 2 plus 3 plus till n is n plus 1 by 2. Okay. Then prove it for n plus n is equal to 1. Then prove it for n is equal to k, and then prove it for n is equal to k plus 1. So if this expression will be true for n is equal to k plus 1, then it will be also be true for n is equal to k. So this is the method of induction, proof by induction. So take LHS, right? Take LHS is your means left hand side. So put n is equal to 1. So this series will be like only 1, right? In LHS and n. So left hand side will be 1 only because n is equal to 1. So put 1 here, so it will be like till here, right? And for right hand side, put n is equal to 1. So 1 plus 1 by 2, which is 2 by 2, which is 1. So LHS is equal to 1. So we will write like that. So therefore Pn is true for n is equal to nothing else, right? Now we write for, in the next step, you can say step 2, right? For n is equal to k. To write for n is equal to k, right? So for n is equal to k, pk, right, will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 till k, right, is equal to k plus 1 by 2. Okay, let me write this equation as well. So assume this is true, right? Assume pk is true. Pk is true. Or we can say the for n is equal to k, it is assume. So let's prove it for n is equal to k plus 1. For n is equal to k plus 1. So we will prove for, so let me write, we will prove for n is equal to k plus 1, right? So write this p k plus 1, right? So it will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus k, right? And then that k will be k plus 1, right? Here we have k will be replaced by k plus 1, right? And plus 1. What we have done, that we have put k plus 1 in place of k. ओके, तो k की जगह पे हमने k plus 1 लिखा है और कुछ भी नहीं, k हो जाएगा आपका k plus 1, ये भी k हो जाएगा k plus 1 and then this one will be plus 1 by 2. ठीक है, now इसको फर्दर लिखें तो k plus 1 टर्म इसमें और ऐड कर देंगे. ठीक है, so what we will do, let me write again it, pk plus 1. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to k, right? and then add k plus 1 because this is like n terms and n plus 1, राइट. तो यहाँ क्या हो जाएगा आपका, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा आपका k प्लस 1 और k प्लस 1, ये हो जाएगा k प्लस 2, क्योंकि ये जो प्लस 1 है, ये जो प्लस 1 है इसमें ऐड हो जाएगा k प्लस 2 बाई 2, राइट. ठीक है. Right. Okay. Now, so this is this 1 plus 2 up to k, right? So this will be your k plus, ये क्या है आपका इक्वेशन 1 से आप देख सकते हो, है ना. इक्वेशन 1 जो है आपका ये था 1 2 3 अप टू k होता है k प्लस 1 बाई 2. ठीक है. तो आप यहाँ क्या लिखेंगे इसके जगह k, राइट, k प्लस 1 बाई 2, ठीक, और इसके साथ ही प्लस k प्लस 1. ओके ओके. और ना अब इसको आप सॉल्व कर लो. तो सॉल्व करने के हम ये LHS की बात कर रहे हैं. तो ये क्या हो जाएगा आपका k प्लस 1 प्लस k प्लस 1, राइट. सो k प्लस 1 को अगर कॉमन लें तो क्या हो जाएगा, बताओ. k प्लस 1 को अगर हम कॉमन लें तो क्या हो जाएगा 2, या आप इसको LCM ले सकते हैं 2, तो क्या हो जाएगा k प्लस 1 प्लस 2 k प्लस 1, है ना. ठीक है. ठीक है. यहाँ पे इसको कॉमन लेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा k प्लस 1, राइट, क्योंकि ये इन दोनों को कॉमन लेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा k प्लस 2, राइट, बाई 2. तो आप देख लो ये आपका लेफ्ट हैंड साइड, राइट हैंड साइड था, ये आपका लेफ्ट हैंड साइड. ठीक है. तो दोनों क्या हैं, इक्वल हैं. दैट मीन्स क्या हुआ, दैट p because LHS is equal to RHS for k is equal to k plus 1, right, है ना. or we can see not for k is equal to but for n is equal to, right. So for n is equal to k plus 1, right. So we will say that, so we can say that p k plus 1 is true. pk plus 1 is true. So pk plus 1 is true where pk is true, right. So thus by the principle of induction, Pn is true for n, right. So यहाँ हम लिख सकते हैं pk plus 1 is true then where pk is true. ठीक है, क्योंकि हम उसको अज्यूम करके से लगता है pk is true. तो इस तरह से you can prove it by induction, right. So these are the 3 cases. अगर मैं इसको समराइज करूँ, n is equal to 1 के लिए आपको प्रूव करना है, n is equal to 1 के लिए प्रूव कर देंगे, n is equal to k के लिए अज्यूम कर लेंगे, और n is equal to k1 को प्रूव करेंगे. ठीक है. तो इसको प्रूव करेंगे तो इसका मतलब ये है कि k के लिए भी ये ट्रू होगा. सो दैट मीन्स इट इज ट्रू फॉर 1 k and k plus 1. So prove, so principle by induction. So using the principle of induction we can say that Pn is true for all. इस तरह से आप कोई भी क्वेश्चंस, क्योंकि ये क्वेश्चंस बहुत पूछे गए हैं एग्ज़ाम में, हर बार पूछा जाता है कि कभी वो कह देगा कि 1 to n plus 1 by 2, कभी वो कह देगा 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square n square is equal to समथिंग n plus 1 n plus 2 by 6, इस तरह से. तो ये आपका कोई भी इक्वेशन आपको दे देगा, कोई भी इस तरह का एक्सरसाइज, एंड it will ask you for to prove that by induction, right? So move to the third part of this, right? So third part is your prove that a relation R in a set Z of integers defined by ARB. ARB means A is related to B, and ARB, R is a relation. A minus B is even, is an equivalence relation. So सबसे पहले हमें ये समझना होगा that what is a equivalence relation, right? So let's see it, right? So equivalence relation क्या है? तो क्वेश्चन 2C पार्ट, इक्विवेलेंस रिलेशन क्या होता है? सो इक्विवेलेंस रिलेशन इज योर व्हेन ए रिलेशन इज योर रिफ्लेक्सिव, ट्रांजिटिव, and also it is symmetric, right? Symmetric. ठीक है, तो रिफ्लेक्सिव, सिमेट्रिक और ट्रांजिटिव या रिफ्लेक्सिव, ट्रांजिटिव, सिमेट्रिक अगर कोई रिलेशन है तो हम कहेंगे कि ये आपका इक्विवेलेंस, राइट? सो हम इसको प्रूफ करें, राइट? सो क्योंकि क्वेश्चन में कहा है आपसे A माइनस बी इवन है, राइट? तो हम पहला केस देखते हैं. तो पहले केस में क्या है, अकॉर्डिंग टू क्वेश्चन कि हमारे पास कोई एलिमेंट है A, तो रिफ्लेक्सिव प्रूफ करने के लिए हम A लेंगे और वो कहता है कि A माइनस बी इज एन इवन, राइट? A माइनस बी इज इवन. अब आप दोबारा से इसको देख सकते हैं, ठीक है? कहता है कि A आर बी है ना, A इज रिलेटेड टू बी लाइक दैट A माइनस बी इज इवन. A minus B is even. So A minus B even. So for reflexive, what we have to do? A minus B. Let put B is equal to A. So A minus A is 0. Right? A minus A is 0. So and 0 is an even integer and 0 is an even integer. 0 is an even integer. Or so we can say that A comma A belongs to R. Okay, so इसलिए to this we can say R is reflexive. R is reflexive. R is reflexive. And second जो आपका है, आप सिमेट्रिकली प्रूव करेंगे. तो सिमेट्री क्या होते हैं? If A माइनस बी इज इवन, जो कि आपको क्वेश्चन में बोला है कि A माइनस बी इज इवन है, देन B माइनस ए भी क्या होना चाहिए? इवन. ठीक है, देन B माइनस ए, लेट मी राइट देन हियर, देन B माइनस ए इज आल्सो इवन, ऑब्वियसली. ओके, सो इफ A and B are even, no, so A minus B will be even. You can take any example. 2 minus 4 is minus 2 is also even. 4 minus 2, it is also even. Okay, so if A and B are even, then A minus B or B minus A, it will be even. So we can say that if A minus B, right, belongs to R, that relation क्या है? even relation. Then B comma A also belongs to this R. So we can say R is symmetric. कंडीशन क्या है? 3 ही तो कंडीशन है कि अगर रिफ्लेक्सिव होगा और सिमेट्रिक होगा, ट्रांजिटिव होगा, तो क्या होगा? ये इक्विवेलेंस रिलेशन होगा. आप इस बात को ध्यान रखना, क्योंकि they can ask in exam that what do you mean by equivalence relation. So you have to write these 3 conditions for a relation to be equivalence: reflexive, symmetric and ट्रांजिटिव। अब ट्रांजिटिव क्या होता है? ट्रांजिटिव में क्या है कि एफ ए कॉमा बी बिलोंग्स टू आर एंड बी कॉमा सी बिलोंग्स टू आर, right? Then we can say a minus b even, a minus b is even, b minus c is even, because the relation is a minus b, right? So a minus b का मतलब होता है कि a और b कोई भी एलिमेंट हो सकते हैं। यहाँ पे आप कोई भी नाम बोल लो, b c x y कोई भी नाम। So a minus b is even, b minus c is even, then it implies that a minus c is even, right? You can use some numbers, like if I say a is 4, b is 2, c is 6, right? So 4 minus 2, it will be 2, 2 minus 6, it will be 4. So a minus b is even, b minus c is even, so a minus c, 4 minus 6, a minus c, 4 minus 6 is 2, which is even. So if three numbers are a, b, c, if you take three numbers as even numbers, then the difference between these three numbers will be even. So that's why we are generalizing this statement that a minus c is even, right? So we can write it like so if a comma b belongs to R, right, and b comma c belongs to R, this group and this group, so obviously it implies that a comma c belongs to R. R is nothing but your relation. The relation is even, means two variables are related to each other by using that evenness, or by using the even relation in that. Odd भी हो सकता है ना, it can also be odd, right? But they have asked you even, so we are solving for it even. So that means this is your transitive, right? This is your transitive relation. So we इसलिए है ना, इसलिए है ना, so we can say that R is transitive. R is transitive. So since R is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, so it is an equivalence relation. Right? So it is an equivalence relation. Okay, I hope that it is very much clear to you, and also very much understandable to you. So let solve it for further. The fourth question, right? The fourth question is your this one, right? Fourth question is your this. Okay, no. Fourth, no. Question 3, right? Question 3. So I'll take this question 3, right? Because we have done 1 and 2, so now we will start with this question 3. So question 3 is your this to check it for equality. So let me add another page at the end, right? So this is right. So right. So this is your question 3, right? Question 3 is prove that P, if P then Q, right? This is if P then Q, don't confuse with this symbol, or R, then P or R, then Q or R, right? So prove that it is equivalent, right? these two, left hand side, right hand side, are equivalent. तो इस तरह का questions we can see, we can see it earlier when we use the truth table and then prove that these two expressions are equal. Left hand side is equal to the right hand side. So for that, what we have to do, we have to draw a truth tables for. So this is, let me write this expressions P, then Q, right, or R is equivalent to P or R, then Q or R, right, Q or R. So this is your Q or R. So to prove this, so don't confuse with this symbol, this and this. These symbols are same, right? So write P, Q and R. Okay, P, Q and R. So write this truth table: false, 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 true. Then false, true, false. Then your false, true, true, then true, false, false, right? And then true, right? False, true, and then your, this is your right. So this is your one, right, and then true, true, false, right, and this is your true, true. So it's very easy, right? It's very easy. So, how I write it? So use these three in binary, in the background, in your mind. Remember it: 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay, and 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1, 1. Put F for 0 and put 1 for, put T for 1, 1, no? So 0 means false, 1 for true. So replace it with that, and you will can easily make this truth table for 3 variables. Because 3 variables के लिए कितने combinations होंगे? 3 variables के लिए 2 raised to power 3 8 combinations होंगे, तो 8 combinations है, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? Okay, so don't write in this in your exam, but keep it in your mind, and write this table only for true and false. Remember this. Okay, now if P then Q, so P then Q, P then Q. F, if P is false, Q is false, then it is true, right? If P is false, Q is false, then this is true. If P is false, Q is true, then this whole statement is true. If P is false, Q is true, then whole statement is true. If P is true, then F is false, right? So whole statement will be false, like this. Here both are true, here both are true. Then what we have to calculate? P, then Q or R, right? So these two tables. So OR is your OR operation. This symbol is for OR. Remember the conjunctive. तो उसके लिए क्या होता है कि वन ऑफ द इनपुट इज ट्रू, देन दिस इज ट्रू. तो यहाँ पर क्या आएगा? एफ फॉल्स और ट्रू. दिस विल बी ट्रू, दिस विल बी ट्रू. इफ बोथ आर ट्रू, देन दैट्स फाइन. दिस इज ट्रू, दिस इज ट्रू, बिकॉज फॉल्स ट्रू, true, 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 false, false, false here, true, false, true, false, true, 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 true. Okay. Then this is P or R, right? P or R. So P or R, this one, right? False, 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 false or true, true, false, 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 false or true, true, true or false, true, right? This true, P or R, because we are P or R, true, 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 क्योंकि ऑर्गेनिक में हम बताया अगर एक इनपुट ट्रू है, ये दोनों ही ट्रू है तो भी ट्रू होगा, तो ट्रू फॉल्स यहाँ भी ट्रू होगा, ट्रू ट्रू यहाँ भी ट्रू होगा, राइट. ओके, देन क्यू और आर. सो क्यू और आर, क्यू और आर मीन्स these two. तो false false false, false true true, true false true, true true true, false false false, false true true, true false true, true true true. And then P or R to Q to R. So let me rub this first, right? So okay, now this P or R to Q or R, right? So these two, so false false, that will be true if P is false, if P then Q, that means if P then Q, right? So that will be P and that will be Q for that. So if this is false and then this is false, then that will be true. If P is true and then Q is true, then it will be, whole statement will be true. If P is false and Q is true, then the whole statement will be true. If P is true, this is true, then this is true, this is true, then this is false, then whole statement will be false, right? And these three are true, 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 because if they both are true. So check for this truth table, this truth table, right? And this truth table. So these both are same. This is equivalent to this. So hence it is proved that these two expressions are true. So left hand side is equal to right hand side. So move to further question, right? So question is this R to Rn. This function is given to you and it is asking for that if f is 1 1 or onto. So first of all we must know that what is 1 1 and what is onto, and also find the inverse of f. So okay, so this is your question number 3, the B part, right? So it says that this is given to you like that, fx is equal to 3x plus 5, right? 3x plus 5. Okay, so this is your question and they have asked you about this, if they are 1 1 or 1 1 and onto. Okay, prove that it is 1 1 and onto. Okay, and they have also asked you for find the f inverse of x. So it's very easy ना, very easy. तो पहले हम 1 1 के लिए प्रूव करेंगे. तो 1 1 के लिए प्रूव करने के लिए हम let x and y such that you can write it in that way, or such that fx is equal to fy. So when it is the case, then x is equal to y. So we say that it is 1 1, right? So fx is equal to fy. So fx is what? Your 3x plus 5, and fy is your 3y plus 3y plus 5, because put y here, it will be 3y plus 5. So it will be 5 to 5 cancel. So 3x will be 3y. Here 3 cancel. So it will be x is equal to y. So we can say it is 1 1. Right? So this is 1 1. So it is proof. So now for this onto, no? For this onto. So what is onto, right? So for onto, we have to keep in mind some concepts like range and domain. So onto is, if I write this definition, if for every element of B there is at least one or more than one element, right, matching with A. I am writing this generalized definition. You don't need to put into your answer, okay, when answering this question. But this is the definition for when the f is onto or the function is onto, right? So it is for this, right? If every element of B इस सेट में जितने भी एलिमेंट हैं उनकी कोई ना कोई इमेज A में हो, राइट, और वो मैच करते हो, है ना, or we can say the every element of B at least one or more than one element matching with A. अगर ऐसा है तो हम कहेंगे कि ये onto फंक्शन है, और इस क्वेश्चन के लिए हम प्रूफ करेंगे तो वो जो इमेज होती है वो होती है रेंज, राइट. सो वी कैन से दैट so to prove fx is onto R, तो उसके लिए प्रूव करने के लिए हम क्या करेंगे कि R is equal to range of f. ठीक है. So or we can say that R is a subset of range of f. ठीक है. तो यहाँ क्या हमें गिवन है, अगर हम fx को y लें, fx को y पुट करें तो we will say y is equal to 3x plus 5, right, 3x plus 5. ठीक है. और we can say that x is equal to 5 minus y by 3, है ना. ठीक है. तो हमारा अब fx क्या हो जाएगा, है ना, fx क्या हो जाएगा, क्योंकि x की वैल्यू क्या है 5 माइनस वाई बाई 3, तो हम यहाँ पर x की वैल्यू रख देंगे तो क्या होगा 3 5 माइनस वाई बाई 3 प्लस 5, राइट. तो 3 कैंसिल, 5 माइनस वाई प्लस 5, ठीक है, 5 माइनस वाई प्लस 5, राइट. सो माइनस 5, okay, no, it is y minus 5, okay. So here it will be y minus 5, right. So here it will be, so y minus 5, so it will be cancel, it will be y, right. So fx is your y, then y is an image of x, right. So we can say that y, the y belongs to range of f. So it proves that R is also onto, f is also onto, because this is the function. is not the relation. F is also onto. So it's been proved that F is 1 1 and onto, and to find the inverse, now we find the inverse of x. So I have told you earlier how to find the inverse of that function. So for that fx is equal to 3x plus 5, right? ये क्वेश्चन और इसमें पूछा गया था आपसे, ठीक है, क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 में पूछा हुआ था. तो you can think that how important this function is, है ना, how important inverse function. इसी एग्जाम में आपसे 2 क्वेश्चन पूछे गए हैं. तो उसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे, लेट एफ एक्स इज इक्वल टू वाई, है ना. इनवर्स का मतलब क्या होता है कि y की टर्म्स में लिख देना इसी को. तो हम यहाँ लिखेंगे y इज इक्वल टू 3x प्लस 5. तो x को y की टर्म्स में कन्वर्ट करना है. तो यहाँ क्या हो गया, y माइनस 5 इज इक्वल टू 3x, और x आपका क्या हो जाएगा, y माइनस 5 बाई 3, y माइनस 5 बाई 3, ये तो हो जाएगा, है ना. तो ये आपका क्या होगा, इनवर्स आ गया. ऑन टू में भी हमने क्या किया था, इनवर्स ही तो निकालना था. तो ये हो जाएगा आपके लिए f इनवर्स x विल बी योर x माइनस 5 बाई 3. So this is the inverse of this function. So it's again it's very easy, right? Now the next question is your next question क्या है, ये determine the number of integer solutions to the equation x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 is equal to 7 where x is greater than 0 for all I 1 2 3 4, right? ये बहुत ही आसान है क्वेश्चन, है ना, बहुत ही आसान. देखते हैं कैसे. तो क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 का सी पार्ट है. अगर ये नंबर ऑफ इंटीजर सॉल्यूशंस जो आपको गिवन है वो ये है कि जो 4 इंटीजर्स हैं x1 x2 x3 x4, द सम इज फॉर दिस इंटीजर इज 7. और जहाँ पे आपको दिया हुआ है कि xi फॉर ऑल i, और जहाँ पे i आपको दिया हुआ है फॉर ऑल xi एंड i इज इक्वल टू 1 2 3 4, राइट. तो ये आपका दिया हुआ है. तो इसके लिए हमें क्या करना है, तो हम यहाँ लिखेंगे द नंबर ऑफ इंटीजर सॉल्यूशन, जो कि कॉम्बिनेशन परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन का क्वेश्चन है. तो नंबर ऑफ इंटीजर सॉल्यूशन विल बी दिस फॉर्मूला, राइट. फॉर्मूला क्या है आपका, सी एन प्लस आर माइनस 1 कॉमा आर, राइट. तो यहाँ पर आपका एन क्या है, नंबर ऑफ इंटीजर्स क्या कितने हैं, 4, एंड आर इज योर द सम ऑफ इंटीजर्स. सो सम ऑफ इंटीजर्स इज योर 7, right? Let me another page, right? Sum of integers is 7. So यहाँ अब क्या हो गया, c is equal to मैं दोबारा से फॉर्मूला लिख देता हूँ, n प्लस आर माइनस 1 कॉमा आर. तो यहाँ पर n क्या था आपका, n क्या था, नंबर ऑफ इंटीजर्स 4, r क्या था, सम ऑफ इंटीजर्स 7, राइट. सम ऑफ इंटीजर्स 7, यही था, यस. सो सम ऑफ इंटीजर्स इज 7. तो क्या होगा, यहाँ पर पुट n इज इक्वल टू 4 प्लस 7 माइनस 1 कॉमा r, राइट. सॉरी, r is what, r is your 7, right. So r is your 7, put 7. So this is 11 minus 1 is 10, 7. So calculate is c 10 7, and that will be your integer, number of integer solutions, number of solutions for this equation that is given to you. So this is your 10 factorial, right, 7 factorial, and 10 minus 7 is your 3 factorial. This is your number of solutions. So solve this 10 into 9, 8, 7. आप इसको यहीं तक रहने दें, बिकॉज हमें पता है कि 7 फैक्टोरियल हमारे पास है यहाँ पर डिनोमिनेटर में 7 फैक्टोरियल इंटू 3 फैक्टोरियल, 3 फैक्टोरियल इज योर 3 इंटू 2 इंटू 1, राइट? ओके, so this is your 3 3s, right? 2 4s or 2 5s, whatever. So it will be a 120. So the number of solutions will be 120. That is your answer. So I hope that that it will be help you and to understand the different concepts. So it's very easy. And now we have left with 2 questions, question number 4 and 5, and that I will cover in the next section, right? नेक्स्ट सेक्शन में मैं कवर करूँगा ये, ठीक है? सो थैंक्स फॉर वाचिंग.